and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready here for a wild evening of racing action. It is the HCK Beagles Championship Night presented to you by Mule Burger Custom Homes and all of our amazing sponsors here all season long. As the action is about to get underway, 5 drivers will have an opportunity here to try to pick up the championship here. After 19 hard-fought races, it comes down to this one. 5 trucks, 1 driver to finish in the top spot, 1 driver to pick up the championship here this evening. Those 5 drivers, if they're on the racetrack looking for the championship, it's Michael Madden, Nick Gardner that you're looking at right now, Cody Staten, Eric Stoy, and Kevin Winker, all looking to try to pick up the championship here this evening. This is going to be one amazing race. The old Atlanta Motor Speedway will put on an absolutely amazing show for us, right from the drop of the green flag right down to the checkered flag. As you see Nick Gardner out there on the racetrack right now getting ready here for his qualifying attempts as the 16 truck in the Napa Auto Parts machine, looking to try to pick up the payday here this evening, trying to pick up that championship, trying to hit some pay dirt here in Atlanta Motor Speedway, and this is going to be an absolutely wild race. Gardner down across the line here to start his first lap here of the qualifying attempt, and that means that he'll try to get himself a very good starting position. Michael Madden already done his qualifying efforts, currently in the 2nd spot. Cody Staten there in 4th, Kevin Winker in 6th, and Eric Stoy right there behind him. So Nick Gardner right now trying to join the rest of the top 4 here in the championship hunt, as right now top 4 drivers out of our 5 drivers here for the championship up inside the top 8 now, as Keith Prince jumps to the pole. Nick Gardner jumps up into 7th here. He's going to leapfrog Kevin Winker and Eric Stoy. So some big moves there for Nick Gardner, getting a great lap time right there. We'll see if he can get a little quicker on lap number 2. He's built up speed, he's built up momentum. See if he can get a little quicker and try to jump up towards that front row with Keith Prince. Is Prince currently quickest here in qualifying. Down across the line, we'll see where Nick Gardner will slot himself in. He's going to jump up a couple more spots into that 5th position. Unfortunately, not on the front row, but a solid top 5 starting spot there for Nick Gardner in his championship run. Yo, Black Phoenix, my boy Black Phoenix coming in, showing the love with the like on the stream. Jesse Calloway with the like. Carson Abu, oh man, I'm probably getting that totally wrong. Carson coming with the like on the stream. Jesse Calloway coming with the like on the stream. My boy Bryce Dickinson, Brycey Bear into the chat as well with a heart reaction. How are you, Bryce? Bryce coming in, showing the love here with that heart reaction. Says, Aaron, Brycey. What's good, Bryce? How are you, brother? How are you this evening as we get ready to rock and roll here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? You guys know what to do. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit that follow and subscribe button if you're just tuning in over there on the YouTube channel. As championship night is about to get underway, things are about to get wild, and drivers are going to be looking to try to pick up the championship here this evening. As much as we like to see championship nights, we hate to see series go. We will be back, though, with the HCK Beagles whenever they put on their next series, and hopefully we won't have too long of a break in between races and see these guys back out there on the racetrack. I'm good, peace out. Why not relax and watch the best broadcaster? Ooh, brother, you know it. You know it, Brycey Bear. You know it, my boy. Hey, you know what? Why not? Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Rose coming in, showing the love as well with the like on the stream. Rose, I appreciate you coming in, showing the love. Some mashing that thumbs up here on the broadcast as we'll get ready here for our starting lineup. Starting on the pole in the Sherwin-Williams 03, that is the Chevrolet of Keith Prince. To his outside in the Ghost Energy Toyota TRD Tundra, that is the Camping World truck ride of Brandon DeMay. Our first championship driver here, starting towards the front of the field, it's the Sparkle and Shine Anything EC number 29 ride of Michael Madden. To his outside in the Klondike, number 64. That is Cal Tuberville. It's Tuberville there in position number 4. Our second championship driver here, bringing up a championship row here in row number 3. It's Nick Gardner in the Napa Auto Parts, number 16 truck there in that 5th position. To his outside, it's the Little Tykes. That's the Little Tykes. Beautiful looking ride here. Beautiful looking truck. The Team America ride. The Little Tykes machine of Cody Staten starting there in position number 6. Jason LePan going to start in the 7th position, and he will have another championship contender starting to his outside as Kevin Winker Nation in the Muleburger Custom Homes number 42 ride, going to start there in the 8th position. Another championship hopeful, it's the 2024 National Champions Michigan State ride. It's the 4 machine of Eric Stoy, our deepest starter here for the Championship 5. Jesse Galloway going to round out our top 10 here in this one. Then we see the 87 ride. It's the Ridge Power Sports Asphalt Outlaws ride of Jonathan Herbert. Zachary Staten in the Muleburger Custom Homes and number 88 ride, going to start there in 12th with Kyle Harbin, Carl Staten, Ryan Peterson, and the Exalta number 1 of Austin Astor bringing up the rear of the field. 16 trucks getting ready to go green flag racing here from Old Atlanta as we end all the anticipation with our feature presentation. We're going to get wild here for championship night with the HCK Beagles as we are quickly green flag racing here from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Keith Prince out in front quickly, getting a great shot from Michael Madden. Is Madden right there going to slide up into position number 2. He's going to bring Nick Gardner right there with him as a pair of our championship drivers already moving up a couple spots here on the racetrack. Is Nick Gardner not wasting any time, looking already inside the top 3, and he may not be done yet as he's looking to see if he can get out in front of that 29 ride. He would love to lead all of these championship contenders here this evening. He'd like to keep them all back there behind him. Michael Madden doing the exact same thing here as now he's looking to try to make the move around this 03 ride of Keith Prince. He's going to make that pass happen. We get a new race leader out at quarter number 2. It's one of our championship 5 here this evening. It's Michael Madden jumping out in front here in the Sparkle and Shine Anything EC number 29. As Madden jumps to the top spot, here comes Nick Gardner quickly right there with him in position number 2. Brandon Ming trying to move up here as well as he's now looking underneath the 16 ride as well, trying to jump into that 3rd spot, or actually the 2nd spot on the racetrack is Keith Prince sliding backwards, already back into that 4th spot. Then you see Cody Staten battling little door-to-door there with Cal Tuberville. As Tuberville there in position number 6 on the racetrack. Now has Kevin Winker Nation in that Muleburger Custom Homes Sonic Graphic Designs number 42 ride, currently sitting in that 6th spot as he works to the inside of that 64 machine. Eric Stoy right there behind him in that 4 ride. Unfortunately, kind of hung out there on the high side. He's got Jason LePan down to his inside. Jesse Galloway, Jonathan Herbert right there behind him as well. He's kind of sandwiched in there as he's looking for a way to get around that 64 ride of Tuberville, as Tuberville right there in front of him. Michael Madden continues to lead the way here. Madden out in front, showing these drivers how to get it done here in this one. He's got that 16 ride of Nick Gardner, though, right there on his back bumper, as Rivera says, here for Cody, here for Cody. Nicholas Rivera coming in, showing the big love here in this one. Tower operator says, go number 15 and 42, cheering on the Muleburger Custom Homes rides out there on the racetrack. Michael Madden says, good luck, Michael Madden. Go get the championship. Cheering on that 29 ride out there on the racetrack, cheering on his son. Always good to see Michael Madden up in the chat here. Michael Madden Sr. up in the chat, cheering on his son. John Arita says, go Winker, cheered on Winker Nation, as definitely a lot of Winker Nation fans out there cheering on that 42 ride. As you do see that pass coming out of Nick Gardner, as Gardner down low, going to jump up into the top spot. So we get another new race leader, and we knew it wouldn't take long to see a lot of these championship drivers up towards the front of the field. Nick Gardner out in front, going to lead his first lap here of the day. He's now got that Team America Little Tykes number 15 ride of Cody Staten there in second. Michael Madden sliding back to third. Here comes Kevin Winker. Brandon Ming rounding out our top 5, but right there behind him, Eric Stoy in the 4 ride, trying to work himself inside the top 5 here as well. Right now, Brandon the Ming, the 1 truck, is kind of playing spoiler here inside of our championship drivers. Everyone else back there behind the championship 5. He doesn't care though. He doesn't care. He wants to try to pick up a checkered flag himself. He wants to finish the season off strong, and he's not done battling here. Even though he's not part of the championship race, there's still a race. There's still a checkered flag and a win to be had here for each and every one of these drivers that aren't a part of this championship 5, and they all want to win just as badly as any of these championship drivers. Now, the thing with the championship drivers, their points and everything else, they're kind of evened out right now. So everyone restarted this series at 0. So there's no bonus points. There's no nothing. It's heads up racing, just like real life NASCAR. Whoever can finish in front of the other 4 championship drivers will pick up the championship and be crowned the champion here of the HCK Beagles Truck Series, presented by Muehlberger Homes. Is right now Nick Gardner. He's in that top spot. He's looking to try to pick up the championship here, knowing that he's got a lot of these championship drivers right there behind him. He's got to mind his P's and Q's. You got to make sure you don't make any mistakes, not only on the racetrack, but you can't make any mistakes down pit side, as we may see a few green flag pit stops here throughout this race. You know, a big racetrack, a lot of room, a lot of driving, ability out here with the old Atlanta. The thing is this can tear up tires in a quick hurry. We may see drivers run into tire issues a little sooner rather than later, like we would at the newer Atlanta Motor Speedway with it being repaved. The old paved concrete really tears up the tires a lot more, so the more you push it early, the more it could hurt you late in this race. But you're able to come down pit side, get some 4 fresh tires on, you can be zooming out there on the racetrack, as right now these guys putting on some great laps here, some great lap times. Right now the lap times are about half a second or so slower than what they were on our opening laps here. Everyone's ran their best laps already. No one's running their best lap times now. The times are already starting to fall off. You know, we're already rolling in to over half a second here, going towards, 3/4 of a second of, just how these drivers are using their equipment, their tires, and everything else. The fall off is really starting to show, and we're going to see that continue to get worse and worse and worse lap after lap after lap. And these trucks towards the end of the pit stop, before we see them come down pit side, they're going to be slipping and sliding around the racetrack. It's going to be very, very treacherous, and it's going to be a very heads-up call here for a lot of our championship drivers, as they're going to know if they come down pit sign first, there's a possibility that some of these other championship trucks stay out there on the racetrack a little bit longer, trying to use that extra time on the racetrack, which may hurt them just ever so slightly on the lap times. But if they can catch one of their competitors a lap down, it could put them in the best position possible. So pit strategy will come into play. Fuel strategy may be a thing here as well. We may see drivers trying to save fuel late in this race to make it to the end. I'm not sure how it'll work out, but we'll all find out here together, as this is going to be one amazing championship night of racing action. Albert Anderson coming in, showing the love as well, says hashtag Winker Nation, cheering on Kevin Winker, who's currently in that 4th position on the racetrack. And Nicholas Rivera says, let's go, Zach, number 88, cheering on Zachary Staten. Unfortunately, Zach's a little farther back here. He's in about the 14th spot on the racetrack. He's just a couple spots back from where he started. Battling tough right now. He's got Jonathan Herbert, Carl Staten, Ryan Peterson right there in front of him, and one to his outside there is Peterson trying to roll forward even more in that Ridge Power Sports 469 ride, as he's looking to try to work himself towards the front of the field. He's looking to see if he and his teammate Jonathan Herbert can try to work themselves inside the top 10. Eric Stoy our 5th place driver right now in the Championship 5, currently in that 7th spot on the racetrack. Unfortunately, not the start he was probably hoping for here out of that 4 ride, but it's always one of those drivers that can really hit a strategy perfectly. He can really take care of his equipment, watch those tires, make sure he doesn't make many mistakes out there. It'll be interesting to see where everyone will stand here once we see, 40, 50, 60 laps of possible green flag racing as Nick Gardner continues to lead the way. Gardner out in front, showing him how to get it done here in this one as Andrew Ainsley. Andrew coming in, showing the big love here with the like on the stream. Gregory Turner coming in with the heart reaction as well. Gregory says, let's go. Some awesome racing for the championship. Winner take all. Winner takes it all, baby. That's exactly right. Winner takes all. And each and every one of these championship 5, they know it. They know that all they got to do is keep the other 4 back there behind him, and that's exactly what Nick Gardner is doing right now. He's got all of his championship competitors right there behind him. Unfortunately for Eric Stoy, a little farther back there in the 7th spot, but Cody Staten, Michael Madden, going to go back at it here door to door for position number 2 on the racetrack. Kevin Winker, the Winker Nation ride right there in position number 4 is our top 4 all championship 5 drivers. And then a couple of drivers playing devil's advocate here is Keith Prince, Cal Tuberville right there in the middle as you see Eric Stoy, our 5th driver in the championship 5, back in that 7th spot on the racetrack. But they're all up towards the front of the field, all within striking distance, all able to possibly make some strategies happen, make some drives through the field. You can see them up towards the front of the pack here, as unfortunately for Michael Madden, that pass to the inside of the 15 ride didn't quite work out for him. He couldn't quite get it done, and that's going to open up the door here for Kevin Winker. So Winker down to his inside here as a pair of Rev Racing rides looking to try to work themselves to the front of the field. Now that is going to be the big strategy game right here for the 29 ride of Michael Madden and Kevin Winker, as they are both part of the same stable. So it's always nice to have some friendly faces in a competition like this, and especially for that number 29 ride and the 42, they know that they can kind of count on each other. They can kind of work together to try to make sure they hit their strategies perfectly. They can work together on when they need to come down pit side and everything else. So they got that little bit of extra help. And then as I look through the Discord, I see Cody Staten and Eric Stoy also in the same Discord as well. So Cody Staten currently in position number 2. Him and Eric Stoy in the same Discord, possibly working together here in this championship race. So it'll be a heads-up night here. A couple teamwork makes the dream work. And right now for Nick Gardner, he may be the odd man out here, unfortunately for Nick. I'm not sure if he has much help out there on the racetrack, and when it comes to pushing and shoving, he may be the odd man out. He may be the one that's left high and dry out there on the racetrack. Red Parrot TV says, let's go, number 469 and 87, cheering on the Ridge Power Sports rides out there on the racetrack. Is currently Jonathan Herbert sitting in the 12th position on the racetrack. Ryan Peterson, a couple trucks back. They're in position number 14 is that 469 ride. And that Ridge Power Sports HCK Beagles machine, they're in position number 14. He's got Kyle Harbin, Austin Hester back there behind him. Gregory Turner, our Pickleville502.com ride. Unfortunately not on the racetrack right now. We were going to get a good look at that truck. Unfortunately, he's got it back behind pit wall. As we do get a new race leader here. It's Cody Staten jumping out in front. So our 3rd different leader, all 3 of them being championship drivers here. Actually, our 4th different driver. 3 of them being championship drivers, as Keith Prince did lead lap number 1 here. Was our pole sitter, led lap number 1, since then has settled back in here in that 5th position. So Keith Prince jumping up there, kind of breaking up a little bit of the fun here at the front of the field for our top 5 championship contenders. So a lot of fun, and hey, you know what? Fair game out there. Racing's racing. Keith Prince, Cal Tuberville, everyone that's outside the championship 5 That's what their job is right now, is to try to get the best finish they can to finish off the season, whether it's a checkered flag or a top 3 finish. They all want to be up there. They all want to be a part of the show, and they want to make sure that they can try to get themselves up into victory lane before the end of the season, and this could be the last chance dance here for a few of them. And I'm sure Keith Prince, after having a pretty good start to the series, saw him pick up a couple wins, not the playoff performance that he's been hoping for, and for Keith Prince, definitely looking to try to make a staple here in this race by coming out, performing strong. Maybe being able to pick up a checkered flag here for himself as he's going to roll in behind Nick Gardner, as Gardner now slides all the way back into that 4th position on the racetrack, as Michael Madden and Kevin Winker are both going to slide around that 16 rod. So Gardner goes from the point all the way back to 4th now, and at risk of falling farther behind, as here comes that 0-3 at Keith Prince looking down to his inside. So Prince now looking to try to jump up into position number 4, looking to slide Nick Gardner back into that 5th spot on the racetrack. And unfortunately, that 16 ride of Nick Gardner, it could be an opportunity here for him to maybe pit early, maybe try to make some strategy calls, or just trying to keep his tires underneath of him. He pushed that truck very hard early in this race. He was able to make up quite a few positions, work himself to the front of the field. Now it's going to be possibly just trying to hang on and keep that truck pointed in the right direction. It's going to be interesting to watch how this all plays out, as, man, some great racing here. All these drivers doing a great job, putting on a great show for us. Some good battles all around the racetrack. Drivers moving forward, drivers unfortunately sliding backwards. But, man, they are having a lot of fun. They're having a blast out there. You see Brandon Ming back up inside the top 10 here as he's back in the 9th position. Jason LePan right there with him. Zachary Staten, Jonathan Herbert, Ryan Peterson are top 13. And then we see Carl Staten, Kyle Harbin, and Austin Hester bringing up the rear of the field. But right now it's all Cody Staten, one of our drivers here in the championship race. Staten looking very, very strong, looking very fast out there on the racetrack, as Christine Van Ness coming in, showing the love as well, says, let's go, Cody, you got this. Kevin Reese says, Ridge Power Sports and KR Gutters Rides are going to the lead, says Kevin Reese. We like that. We like to hear that. Janelle says, let's go, Ridge Boys, number 469 and the 87. Good to see everyone coming in, showing the love here, supporting their favorite drivers. And if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the share button, hit that follow and subscribe button. Jump up into the comment section. Let us know who you're cheering for. Let us know with a hashtag, whatever number or name. Let us know who you want to see up here in victory lane. Who do you want to see maybe not just in victory lane, but who do you want to see picking up this championship? We got 5 drivers, 5 trucks out there on the racetrack here this evening, duking it out for the championship here in the HCK Beagles Truck Series. It's Cody Staten, our current race leader, out in front, leading the way here, leading these championship 5. He's got Michael Madden, another one of our championship drivers, right there behind him, and then Kevin Winker, Winker Nation. They are in position number 3 in Nick Gardner, our 4th place driver on the racetrack, and currently our 4th place in the championship 5 as well. And then we see Eric Stoy making some moves here as he works underneath that 64 ride at Tuberville, trying to jump up into that 6th position on the racetrack here. This is our 5th driver in the championship 5 right now. That 4 machine of Eric Stoy trying to work himself towards the front of the field here, trying to join the other 4 up inside the top 4, as he would love to try to get himself inside the top 5. Nicholas Rivera says, I've got 20 on Cody Staten. And he's got 20 on Cody. And you know what? Right now, that's looking like a pretty safe bet, as Cody Staten trying to put himself into a different area code here on the racetrack, as he's starting to pull away just ever so slightly from Michael Madden, as Madden back there in second. Cody Staten, though, out in front. Already up 5 spots on the racetrack, 5 spots on the track here for Cody Staten, and he's put himself into the lead here, and now almost 5/10 of a second between himself and Michael Madden. Kevin Winker right there with him, as we do see our first green flag pit stop And number 30 truck coming down pit side. I'm not sure if this was scheduled. Looks like some pretty good contact here for the 30 right. Let's see if we can play this back. See if we can find a spot where he gets into the wall here. Looks like maybe this next time by the corner number 3 here. Looks like Carl Staten may just get in there a little bit too deep. Does get a little piece of the outside wall right there, but that's not going to matter as it's going to bring the floodgates in. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Green flag pit stops underway. Michael Madden down pit side. Kevin Winker, Eric Stoy, 3 of our championship 5 down pit road. Jason LePan, Zachary Satan going to join them. Look like Zachary Satan maybe overshot his pit stall there ever so slightly. That's something you cannot do, especially if you're part of this championship hunt. As you see the 42 already back onto the loud pedal, rolling out onto the racetrack. 29 right there in front of him. Here you go, the next wave. Here comes Cody Staten. Nick Gardner, other 2 championship drivers. Down pit side here. 15 right, hits his pit stall perfectly. The 16 truck, just gets in there as well as they head down for their pit stops here. Our first set of green flag pit stops. Brandon Deming also down pit side. Jesse Calloway, Jonathan Herbert, Kyle Harbin, Ryan Peterson, Austin Hester, all down pit side, getting some work done to their rides. Now we'll take a look and see. There goes Michael Madden as Madden is going to go around that 16 truck of Nick Garner. We saw Cody Staten come in as our race leader. He's going to come out not as our race leader, as that 1 lap earlier of a pit stop and a little bit quicker of a pit stop is going to put Michael Madden into the point here. So Michael Madden with a very good quick pit stop right here in that 29 machine out in front as the Sparkle and Shine Anything EC machine back to the point here at beautiful old Atlanta, the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Now you see Cody Staten trying to hold on and hold off Kevin Winker here, as Kevin Winker looking to try to work himself up into that second spot. A good gap back until you see Nick Gardner, our 4th driver in this championship 5. Keith Prince in the middle between Gardner and our 5th driver here in the championship 5. That number 4 ride of Eric Stoy, currently the lone championship driver outside the top 5 right now, but he's trying to reel in this 0-3 ride, trying to put himself inside the top 5 as well. We're driving down deep here into corner number 1, and it looks like that 4 ride will join the rest of our championship drivers here inside the top 5. So some very wild racing action, but Keith Prince says, I'm not done racing yet. He's not done having some fun out there on the racetrack. I'm sure Eric Stoy definitely not very appreciative of it, but that 0-3 ride's got a race of his own to run here this evening as he's trying to work himself back out in front. Michael Madden, though, does lead the way, but here you go. Some competition reeling him in a quick hurry. Cody Staten looking to get back to his outside. Cody Staten looking to go back to the race lead here. That 1 lap fresher tires may be the difference maker here, but that 15 truck showed he had a very fast ride before coming down pit road as well. So it's going to be wild to see how this one's going to play out as Cody Staten and Michael Madden door to door here for the top spot on the racetrack. Kevin Winker right there ready to pounce as well. If anything happens between them or a door opens up, Kevin Winker is going to be trying to jump right into the action here and put himself into position and maybe leapfrog himself a little farther forward. Nick Gardner back and forth, and Keith Prince rounding out our top 5 as we are already going across the line here for lap number 41 up on the board here as Tammy Lee Mann says, get it, Team HP Motorsports, Ridge Power Sports, KR Gutters, number 469 and 87. Cheered on Ryan Peterson and Jonathan Herbert out there on the racetrack. Kristen says, Zach, we are rooting for you too. Cheered on Zach Staten out there on the racetrack as everyone cheering on all these drivers, making it known that there's a lot of, not a lot of favorites, but there's a lot of people enjoying all this racing action as my boy Curtis Turriff coming in, showing the love with the like on the stream. How are you, Kurt? How are you, my boy Kurt, coming in, showing the big love with the like on the stream. How are you, KT, coming in, showing the big love here this evening as out in front, Michael Madden looking to try to pick up the championship here this evening, trying to put himself into not only the winner's circle, but that championship circle as well. He's got his teammate in the Revved Motorsports number 42 of Kevin Winker. Right there behind him is Kevin Winker and Michael Madden, 1 and 2 on the racetrack. Cody Staten there in third. Nick Gardner back in that fourth position. Heath Prince rounding out our top 5 with our 5th place driver in the championship 5. There in the 6th spot on the racetrack, that's Eric Stoy back in 6. He's got Jason LePan, Brandon DeMang, Cal Turberville, and Jesse Calloway rounding out our top 10. Zachary Staten, Carl Staten, Kyle Harbin, Ryan Peterson, Jonathan Herbert, Austin Hester rounding out our field here this evening. But it's all Michael Madden as he slowly but surely sees some lap traffic here in front of him. But he's got a rear view mirror full of Kevin Winker, as Winker Nation looking to try to jump up here and maybe take this top spot away from the 29 Ryan, as he's been inching himself closer and closer to the front of the field. We'll get ready to bring all you the action here with a little bit of a beautiful PeaceMaker Gaming Crank It Up. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite driver as we crank it up here on PeaceMaker Gaming. battle here at the front of the field. Michael Madden continuing to lead the way here in this one as Madden out in front. You see that 42 rider Kevin Winker right there in the mix, and the 15 machine of Cody Staten now working himself back up into position number 2. Is that HCK Beagles. Little Tykes, Team America, number 15 ride looking to the inside here of our race leader. Not getting the pull he needed there down the front straightaway, but getting some great runs down the bottom side here, especially through 1 and 2, as it looks like he may be able to clear that 42 ride of Kevin Winker for a second, but he's going to elect to stay there on that inside lane as they continue to battle here at the front of the field. Nick Gardner slowly but surely reeling them in here as Gardner back in position number 4. He's looking for more out there on the racetrack. He loves to see this side-by-side racing up there in front of him, as that has allowed him to slowly but surely reel them back in, and he may not be done his championship fight as of yet here this evening. Keith Prince not too far back there behind him in position number 5. Unfortunately for Prince, he is outside of the championship 5 here. One driver that's outside the top 5. Inside our championship fight here this evening is our 6th place driver, that 4 ride of Eric Stoy. Stoy going a ways back here of the rest of the championship 4 here in front of him, as he needs to make up a lot of ground. He may need a miracle or a caution flag here before time runs out here on Eric Stoy's opportunities to try to pick up the checkered flag in the championship here this evening. As Stoy there in position number 6. Unfortunately, he's got about 4 seconds between himself and our 5th place driver, Keith Prince. And then a little farther in front of Keith Prince, you see the rest of our championship 5. Nick Gardner there in 4th. Kevin Winker right there in the 3rd spot. Michael Madden now back into position number 2 as Cody Staten jumps up and makes the move here around the 29 ride. So move Cody Staten back to the point here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Cody Staten back out in front. Michael Madden there in position number 2. Kevin Winker there in 3rd. They're all starting to get a little bit more separated here. This is probably around the time you're really going to start to see tire wear become an effect here. They came down pit side around lap number 40. We're already 20 laps into this second run of the evening. If we see this one go clean and green, you can expect a lot of these drivers probably be down pit side around lap number 80. It's going to be interesting to see if anyone comes down a little bit earlier. Someone tries to leapfrog and get that track position by getting out onto the racetrack first. But you can see within probably about 20-25 laps, the tire wear really starts to affect them. So if someone stays out a little bit longer, they could be in for some trouble. But if someone stays out, comes in a little bit early, they could have their hands full by the end of the race if they come down within the next 10 laps or so. They're going to have a 30 lap run. It's going to be very interesting. Well, 30 lap run. So it'll be very interesting to see if anyone does make that early pit stop, if anyone does come down pit side sooner than the rest of their competitors here for this championship race. As things are winding down here in a quick hurry on a beautiful season here with the HCK Beagles. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm going to give a huge shout out here not only to all of these drivers that have continued to stick with us week in and week out. These guys continue to show up. They continue to impress us week after week after week, putting on some great racing action, putting on some great content, and I can't thank all of the drivers enough. Can't thank Gregory Turner for always being up in the booth, making sure that these guys keep themselves in control, making sure that they stay under control for the most part out there on the racetrack, and putting on a great show. And having these guys show up week in and week out is definitely no easy task for any race director. So huge shout out to Gregory, always coming in, showing the love in the broadcast, and always being the man with the master plan here, putting all this on and getting all these drivers here week after week. on. A huge shout out as well, not only to all the drivers and Gregory Turner, but a huge shout out to all of our sponsors here with the HCK Beagles as well. A huge shout out to each and every one of our sponsors that are a part of the show, as the HCK Beagles are, it's presented by Muleburger Custom Homes, see Track Dogs Racing, Admin Box, Sonic Graphic Designs, Ridge Power Sports, Chiefland RC Raceway. Anybody else that's been a part of the series, man, has been absolutely insane. Pickleville 502, huge shout out to them as well. We would like to get more Pickleville content out there for everyone to see and enjoy the Pickleville 502 content that we have. Our little commercial there. Unfortunately, we haven't had very many caution flags the last couple weeks, so we haven't had a whole lot of opportunities to bring those those commercials up until late in the evening. So good for every of the fans in the stands. Good for us here as well, as we get to see more green flag racing, as we do start to see some early green flag pit stops here. Drivers headed down pit side. Kevin Winker, one of them as well. So Kevin Winker, possibly the first driver to pull the trigger here. We did see Eric Stoy down pit side as well. So Eric Stoy, Kevin Winker early out there into pit lane. Interesting strategy calls here. See Kevin Winker getting up to speed here, starting to roll out there on the racetrack. We do see Ryan Peterson now down pit side. Cal Turberville. See Jesse Calloway down pit side. Here we go, our race leaders. 15 ride, Cody Staten, Michael Madden also down pit side here. So drivers elected to come in a little bit earlier here. The lap number 71, we see them come down pit side, so a little bit shorter of a run this time. Now it's going to be very interesting. How long does Nick Gardner stay out as he's going to consume this race lead? Nick Gardner, the last of our championship 5 out there on the racetrack, possibly the last one to come down pit side here. There you go. He's going to head down pit side. You can't stay out there too long. Those new fresh tires, they lay out such good lap times that if you stay out there for too long, you're giving up 2 seconds, 3 seconds a lap, and you can't be doing that. You cannot be giving up that much time out there on the racetrack. So you got to come down. You got to get these fresh tires and jump back out there onto the racetrack as quickly as possible. Nick Gardner may even see a bit of a price here, as unfortunately coming down a couple laps later could definitely hurt him. We did see one of the drivers come down a little bit earlier. Keith Prince was riding in about that 5th position. He was about 2-3 seconds back of our race leaders, and now he is going to be our new race leader here on the evening, as once again Keith Prince out in front, as he will jump up, take this race lead away. Now he does have the older tires compared to the rest of the drivers back there behind him, but Keith Prince able to leapfrog a few of our championship contenders, and gives himself about 3.7 seconds of an advantage between himself and Kevin Winker, as Kevin Winker would now be our second place driver. Michael Madden there in 3rd. Brandon Deming up into position number 4, with Cody Staten there in 5th. Nick Gardner there in position number 6. Cal Turberville, Jason LePan, Eric Stoy, and Zachary Staten are top 10 here this evening. And now what a wild story this could be. They'll pick up the championship here on a green to checkered race. 100 laps of green flag action, and we may see one of the only races of the year go clean and green all race long. And for championship night with so much on the line, could definitely play out to be a very exciting finish, as we saw Kevin Winker come in a little bit sooner than Michael Madden and Cody Staten, and we saw them come in sooner than that 16 and Nick Gardner. So it's going to be wild to see how those little bit of pitch strategies, that extra lap, 2 laps, what it's going to be able to do to the cars, how much longer they're going to be able to hang on to it, and how much can you kind of save and protect your car as of right now for late in this race. When do you start to push? When do you make your moves? When do you try to get yourself to the front of the field here? I'm sure Eric Stoy right now would love to see a caution flag. Unfortunately, finds himself all the way back in the 9th spot on the racetrack, and currently down 14 seconds to our race leader, Keith Prince. And I'm sure Eric Stoy would love to see a caution flag. He's got Zachary Staten right there behind him. rounding out our top 10. So a good run there for Zach Staten as well, and Carl Staten back in the 11th position. Jonathan Herbert, Ryan Peterson on top, 13 on the racetrack. Kyle Harbin there in 14th. Jesse Calloway, fortunately now down a lap, back in the 15th position. And Austin Hester also down a couple laps here, and he's also off the racetrack. So a tough break there for Austin Hester here in our championship race. Right now, it's Keith Prince who leads the way. Keith out in front here. 3.42 seconds. The difference here for Keith Prince in that 3 ride back to the 42 machine of Kevin Winker, as Winker trying to hold on to position number 2. This could be the pass here for not only what could be the championship, but could be the correct strategy move and the championship win, the race win here on the evening, if they can hunt down that 3 ride and make the pass around Keith Prince. But that could be the battle right here for this championship. You see Cody Staten right there in the middle of things, as well as he's going to get in there trying to mix things up as he wants to get his truck into that action as well for Team America and the Muehlberger Homes Little Tykes number 15. Brandon Mang, not part of the championship 5, but up inside the top 5. But here comes Nick Gardner. Is Gardner going to roll around that 77 truck? And that will move him back inside the top 5 here. Unfortunately, he's a good distance back. He's about 2 seconds off of Cody Staten right here. So he's got some ground to make up in that 16 truck. But he does have the freshest tires out of anyone up inside the top 5 right now. So be interesting to see if he can work himself towards the front of the field here and maybe have the late race speed to be able to get this one done. Keith Prince, though, continuing to lead the way here. Prince, that last time by, unfortunately saw a lot of his lap times really start to fall off right there. He lost almost 7/10 of a second last time by the start-finish line. So that means Michael Madden, Kevin Winker, Cody Staten, they are catching him in a quick hurry here. And they're closing that gap even more. It's getting smaller and smaller lap by lap by lap, and that's the difference here. A couple laps out there extra on the racetrack, you know, coming in quick pitting, or you know they call it short pitting in NASCAR. So you come in, do a short pit, or you stay out there a little longer and do a later pit. Could be different strategies here to maybe pick up checkered flags. Could be different strategies to try to pick up championships here on the evening, as Michael Madden sitting comfortably here in second, as Kevin Winker and Nick Gardner battling door to door for position number 3 on the racetrack here in our second spot in the championship hunt. You see the Bridge Power Sports 469 rider Ryan Peterson. Unfortunately for Ryan, he is currently a lap down out there on the racetrack. Then you see Nick Gardner a little farther back here. Gardner hasn't really made up much ground here over Kevin Winker and Cody Staten, Michael Madden. He hasn't really found much speed or much ground as of yet. That 16 truck came in a couple laps earlier than what Kevin Winker did, a lap after of what Cody Staten and Michael Madden. So a little bit of a later pit stop for Nick Gardner could pay off for him here in the long run. And talking about a long run, that's what we've had here all evening long. It's been nothing but long runs here at Old Atlanta. As here you go, the pass for the race lead. Michael Madden back down low underneath the 0-3 of Keith Prince. Prince going to slide up the racetrack, and it's Michael Madden back to the lead here late in this race. So late in the race here with 17 more laps left to go down across the line, it is Michael Madden out in front, looking not only for the checkered flag, but the championship here this evening. Cody Staten right there with him, as Staten looking to try to pick up the win in the championship here as well. They all know all they gotta do is finish in front of the other 4 championship contenders. It doesn't matter if you win the race, you just have to beat the other 4 trucks inside the championship 5 to be crowned the champion here this evening. Michael Madden and Cody Staten, they want to get it done. They want to get it done in the right fashion, and that's being at the front of the field, picking up that checker flag, as well as a big block out of the 29 ride. Michael Madden and Cody Staten both get up, scrub the outside wall. That's going to kill quite a bit of momentum for both of those rides. Here comes Keith Prince, here comes Kevin Winker back into that battle. This may be the time for the 16 truck and Nick Gardner to strike, as here you go. He's caught up to them. Nick Gardner is there. He's on the back bumper here. The 469 ride of Ryan Peterson right there in front of him. You see Keith Prince and Kevin Winker. Nick Gardner coming down pit lane a little bit later than the other three competitors here in front of him. May put him into a battle for the championship as he's looking to split the middle here. He's going to go 3 wide and a quarter, number 4. 3 wide here with Keith Prince on the high side. Kevin Winker down on the inside. The big run and those extra bit of tires going to pay off there for Nick Gardner as he jumps right up into position number 3. Michael Madden out in front now with a 0.4 of a second advantage as hang on to Ryan Peterson. Almost losing it there at a quarter, number 2. Michael Madden leads the way. Cody Staten, Nick Gardner, 1, 2, and 3. Kevin Winker there in 4th. Our top 4 drivers, all part of our Championship 5 here this evening. Our final driver in the Championship 5, back in the 10th position, just not the run or the championship race that the 4 ride of Eric Soy was hoping for here, and that 4 truck has struggled right out of the gate, and a tough break there for Eric Stoys. He's looking to try to get that truck rolling in towards the front of the field and was hoping for a beautiful championship run here, but right now he's got to be banking on a caution flag. A rate lace caution flag could really help this 4 truck of Eric Soy get back into the action and possibly back into contention here for the championship this evening. Out in front, it's Michael Madden. Madden continuing to lead the way now by almost 0.6 of a second as Cody Staten hanging on to second, but right there, Nick Gardner putting the pressure onto his back bumper. Gardner looking to try to make some moves here, looking to try to work that 16 truck up to the front of the field here, looking to make the move around that 15 machine. Cody Staten's not going to give up this spot easily, though. He knows what's on the line. All these drivers do up inside the top 5. They know what's on the line. They know that they can't give up. They won't back down. They will not stop trying to run the best laps they can out there on the racetrack. And we're going to see a caution flag late in this race. I would say you'd see some drivers maybe try to stay out, but I don't think so. I think you see every single driver head down pit side no matter what. If a late race caution flag comes out any point in time past now, they got to come down pit side. The fall off is already over a second here for most of these drivers, rolling towards 2 seconds as that tire wear has just been such a major role here on the evening, and having those fresh tires definitely would help you out a ton. Great effort, 20. Jay LePan was a great run this season. Yeah, a very good run. Very good race for Jason LePan here again. A very, very solid competitor. Very solid all season long. And 20 rides look very fresh each and every week. And continues to look to have some strong runs and a very good learning experience here for Jason LePan as well, and I'm sure without a doubt we'll see him in our next series, and I'm sure we'll see him up there battling again for playoff hopes, playoff aspirations, maybe a championship, and definitely some race wins here in the future for that Stanley number 20 ride of Jason LePan, rolling up right now in the 8th position on the racetrack. As Michael Madden continues to lead the way here. Madden starting to stretch out his lead ever so slightly here. He's out to about 0.8 of a second now. Cody Staten does not let Nick Gardner go by yet. So Nick Gardner's been right there hassling his back bumper, looking, trying to find a way maybe to get around this 15 truck of Cody Staten, but Staten has not budged here. Been taking the air off the front end of that 16 ride and really not letting him get the runs that he needs to be able to jump up and maybe make the passes on him and trying to hunt down our race leader. So right now, Nick Gardner being held up here by that number 15 truck, and Kevin Winker a little farther back in position number 4, seeing his championship hopes slowly but surely pull away from him here out of that front windshield. And he sees the 16, the 15, and the 29 all pull away. Starting to slide backwards here. It was a valiant effort, though, for the 42 ride. I think he would be probably liking a caution flag right about now, having everyone come down pit side, get some fresh tires, and maybe breathe a little bit of fresh air into the lungs of that 42 truck, as his tires mean everything here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And unfortunately for Kevin Winker, he may have used his up a little bit too soon, or everyone else that's in front of him has a little bit better tire out there on the racetrack, as he came in a couple laps earlier than the rest of our competitors here. While Eric Stoy came in super early, then we saw Kevin Winker, Cody State, and Michael Madden came down pit side together. Nick Gardner came in the next lap by. Here he is up into third once again, looking to have a solid day here, looking to try to make some moves late in the race, and he's put himself in very good position. I thought he was going to make the move around this 15 truck and Cody State a little bit sooner. Really give him that edge and be able to pull away and pull around this 15 truck and try to hunt down our race leader. Unfortunately, we haven't seen that. Alrighty, as Michael Madden slowly but surely clicking off these laps. You see only 4 more laps left to go here for Michael Madden. Woo! Jack! Oh man, it's getting right down to the nitty-gritty here. Oh, this is where things get very, very interesting. Everything on the line. 3 more laps left to go for the Sparkle and Shine Anything EC number 29 ride of Michael Madden. Madden down at a quarter number 2. He has 9/10 of a second lead now between himself and Cody Staten. Staten back there in second, trying to catch him, trying to hunt him down, not only for the race win, but also for that championship. And Nick Gardner right there as well. It's our top 3 currently right now within a second, 1.2 seconds of each other. A little farther back, we see Kevin Winker. He's a little farther back here. He's about 3 seconds off our race leader, Michael Madden, right now. He's got those older tires, unfortunately. He's paying the price right now. Keith Prince there in 5th, Count Turbeville, Brandon Domingue, Jason LePan, Zachary State in a tough break here for the 4 ride of Eric Stoy. And Stoy, unfortunately, back in that 10th position. He's in the last spot here out of our championship 5. As down across the line, the white flag has been displayed. One more time around here for Michael Madden. Madden leads the way nice and easy out of quarter number 2 here. He stretched the lead out now to 1 second between himself and Cody Staten. Staten, one last effort down through 3 and 4, but he is too far back there in mistake 3. Here at a corner 3 and out of quarter number 4, it's Michael Madden, who's gonna pick up the race win, but also the HCK Beagles championship here in 2024. The Muehlberger Custom Homes HCK Beagles Truck Series champion, Michael Madden, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls, give it up here for the 29 ride as Michael Madden runs a picture-perfect race. He was able to lead quite a lot of laps, but taking that race lead away late in this one with 17 laps left to go, and he never looked back. Here comes his racing teammate, one of his competitors here in the championship hunt, to congratulate him. You saw the 16 ride there of Nick Gardner as well, going for a little drive-by to congratulate the 29 ride. But at the end of the day, there's only one champion and one race winner. And here this evening from Atlanta Motor Speedway, it's the 29 of Michael Madden, as he's gonna burn down the house. He's been doing it a lot here in the playoffs and all season long. He's no slouch and he's no rookie here to victory lane, as he parks her up in the top shelf where Grandpa keeps the good bourbon. Michael Madden picking up the checker flag. What a run and what a drive here. What a season for Michael Madden, man. That is absolutely massive. Huge congratulations to him, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. If you guys like that racing action, make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the follow and subscribe button if you're watching over on YouTube. As, man, what a run and what a show put on by Michael Madden and the rest of our Championship 5 here this evening, and all of the HCK Beagle drivers here in this race. Green to checkered, no caution flags, really no incidences at all out there on the racetrack, putting on an amazing final race of the season, and it's Michael Madden getting it done here in this one. Good season. Thanks, everyone. Absolutely, Tower Operator. A great season, and always happy to see you up here. We can't wait for the next season to get underway and see who can pick up the next championship here in the HCK Beagles. Michael Madden says, way to go, kid. Great job. Mom and I are so proud of you. Great season. Great driving. Congratulations. A huge congratulations there for Michael Madden, and I'm sure a very special moment here. Not only picking up the championship here with all of his friends and everyone else tuning in and all of his buddies here on iRacing, but knowing that his mom and dad are cheering him on and watching here as well. Definitely a very, very special moment for the Madden family as we'll get ready to pull Michael up into the broadcast booth here for his post-race interview. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here you go. We're going to pull our race winner in to the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth here for his post-race interview. What a run and what a drive here for Michael Madden. Hey, Michael, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
I do, man. I do.
Michael, man, what a run, what a drive as you're able to pick up not only the checkered flag, but the championship here in the HCK Beagles Truck Series presented by Merkley Custom Homes. Man, take us through this race. What's going through your mind, and how are you feeling right now knowing that you picked up the championship here this evening?
Dude, it's a feeling I just can't describe it. So, I know this is virtual racing, but man, these are so hard to win, these championships. It comes down to one race every time. No matter how many times you're here, they're always different. Anything can happen. It's just really just getting the experience and kind of just making the most of your opportunities when you get them. And man, I had to dig deep for this one. It was a consistent battle between the 15, the 16 pitch strategies, working with the 42, and really just trying to put myself in position. And that last run, I knew I had a chance coming to try to beat them off pit road. I was going to mirror them with the tires and then just try to see if I can save enough. And I found something on that high line that last stint, and I just really drove away from them boys.
Absolutely, you definitely found something up there as, we saw Nick Gardner coming a little bit later than you guys did. It was only a lap, but these tires mean so much here, and that fall-off can happen out of a snap, and unfortunately for Nick Gardner, as he was working himself back up through the field here, he quickly caught up and got to the back bumper of Cody Staten there, and Cody was only about, 3-4 tenths behind you. But he couldn't make the pass on him. He couldn't figure out a way to get around that 15 truck. And the 15 maybe helped you out a little bit, throwing a little bit of block here and there, kind of taking the air off the 16 truck's, front end there, and really able to allow you to open up such a big lead as you cruise home here to not only the race win, but that championship by almost a second here over that last run as, man, it was a wild race. I wasn't sure if you were going to be able to pull away or if we were going to see you guys duke it out, 2-3 wide here like we've seen in the real life NASCAR racing over the last few weeks, or how this one was going to end up. And definitely didn't have it in my notebook that we were going to run 100 laps of green flag racing, 2 picture perfect green flag pit stops without really any incidences out there for any of these drivers. We didn't see any pit road penalties. We didn't see anyone sliding really through their pit stalls or anything else. It was just a very, very well put together race, not only for yourself, but all your competitors and everyone else in the field here this evening.
Yeah, man, you just don't know. You don't know if someone's going to spin out and, you got to come in with 3 to go. Yeah, it's just really just minding your P's and Q's and trying to learn and make sure you were there at the end and just, really try to. I knew Nick had the one lap because in that second run, Cody had one lap and he was able to drive back up and pass me. And I really think at that last run, them two running side by side and them having to fight Winker kind of really was the difference maker and kind of cooking his tires. And then I was able to kind of manage that gap at the end. And like I said, I felt like he was way better than me on the bottom. And then at that end, that like last 20 laps, I was just able to roll the top and just get back to the gas so well that I don't think if you could get the top, you were pretty much, if you can block the top, you were pretty much good on that last run. And the clean air didn't really mean as much as I thought it was going to mean. If you were on the top, I think you were the one in the better position. So that was kind of how it worked. And I'm thankful, man. I'm thankful I had a good pit stop, and I'm really thankful for everybody on this 29 team.
Absolutely, Michael. A very great win, a very special championship here, and now not only special, racing out there week after week after week with your friends and your buddies and guys that you've raced with here for many seasons now, and obviously having inside jokes, everything else, joking around with them, but being able to share this special moment with so many friends and family and sponsors and everything else that tune in and watch these on the broadcast, and I see your mom and dad are up in here. They're cheering you on. They've been cheering you on, and they were super pumped seeing you cross that line in the first spot, man. It's got to feel pretty dang special.
Yeah, man, it means a lot. I mean, it's a good time to get away, good time to laugh, and this was probably one of my favorite leagues. I've been in a lot of different series, and it means a lot to win a championship in one of these leagues, and it really just to have everybody support you. I know, you're doing it over the internet, but it's a way that if you're really racing, it sometimes it's harder to watch and come to the track and etc. So it's easy way everybody watches on their phone and when they can, and it's just really fun, man. I enjoy it a lot, and it's grown for me from when I started to just what it is today. And I feel like I've surrounded myself with a great group of sponsors, a great group of people. I mean, I can't thank Winker enough for inviting me over, and Greg for putting it on, and you tuning in every week, and my family for tuning in every week. My wife, my mom, dad, grandma, and my brother and my sister-in-law, everybody tunes in. My mother-in-law, everybody, all the MM15 crew, the OGs, because I used to run the 15 truck. So it's just it's really special, man. I want to thank Sparkle and Shine, anything EC, MM50, get 15% off. Really, Sean Kozier, he gave me an opportunity freaking 3 years ago, man, and I felt like I've made the most. I know we transitioned out of SRN and came over and ran different leagues, but it's really, like I said, it's really special when you got people that believe in you, and you just do what you can every week, and it's those couple hours you get away from real life sometimes that mean a lot.
Absolutely, and at the end of the day, when you can have a season like you've had, being able to pick up, multiple wins and such great runs, and as you said here throughout the entire playoffs and everything else, it's all about those stacking pennies. Well, those pennies have finally tumbled over, and you were able to cash them in here for a big payday as you're able to pick up that championship and use them all here in this one to pick up the win and that championship, man. Congratulations. It's been a lot of fun watching you all season long. Continue to watch you battle. Have some very good runs, have some runs that maybe not go so good, but that's where all those pennies come into handy to help you through the season and make sure that you're here at the end when it counts and when all the money's on the line. You show up, you show out, and you put on a heck of a show here picking up the win.
And that's what it's about, man. That's why we do this, for these moments right here. So I appreciate it, and I can't wait for next season.
Absolutely, Michael. Can't wait to see you back out there on the racetrack. Congratulations again, not only on the race win here this evening, but picking up the championship here in the HCK Beagles Truck Series presented by Muleburger Custom Homes. Michael, congratulations, and can't wait to see you back out there on the racetrack.
Thanks, man.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for Michael Madden, our champion here this evening, picking up that championship, parking the 29 truck up in victory lane. Not only picking up the win here this evening, but picking up that championship, man. What a run and what a drive there for Michael Madden. Congratulations to him, his entire crew, all of his sponsors and friends and family, and everyone that's been cheered on that 29 ride as he's able to pay it all off and pick up that checkered flag and championship here this evening. Now, a little bit of disappointment for the 15 ride. Cody Staten had such a great run here in this one, man. Such a consistent driver week after week after week, and unfortunately falls one spot shy of the championship here this evening. We're going to get ready. We're going to pull Cody up into the broadcast booth. Hey, Cody, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth. Did you get a copy?
Hey, how you doing?
Not too bad, Cody, man. A great run, a solid drive here all evening long, but when the dust settles, you're one spot shy of the championship, man. What's going through your mind right now? Are you happy with how everything played out for you? Are you a little disappointed coming up one spot shy of that championship?
And you got to be a little disappointed, but at the end of the day, I definitely exceeded my expectations for not only this race tonight, but this whole season in general. So, I mean, I'm definitely proud with the way I've raced this year. But yeah, man, it sucks coming short. I mean, Madden and I were going toe to toe all day with Kevin, and I was getting him just by a little bit towards the end of long runs, and I think we had about 18 laps to go, and I went for a move around the outside, and he jumped up, and I just followed him right into the wall. And I was like, yep, I don't know if I'm going to get another opportunity, but I'm going to stay in it and see what we can do. And it just didn't have any tire left to go get him. So it is what it is. But big congratulations to him. He had a hell of a race and a great season. So congrats to him.
Absolutely a great season for Michael Madden, but it was a very great season for yourself, man. A lot of very, very good races, a lot of consistency showed out of that 15 truck, keeping yourself kind of out of trouble, out of the carnage, and just keep bringing yourself up towards the top 5 week after week after week. And here you are again, you put yourself in the best position possible to try to pick up this championship here this evening. If something happened late in the race, you're in the catbird seat just waiting for something to happen, get another opportunity to go back after that 29 ride. But yeah, we saw that little bit of, you follow them right up. You both kind of got up and scraped that wall. We saw a little bit of white smoke, and you think that maybe affected the truck just enough, maybe aerodynamically there, that really allowed him to open up that lead late in this race.
I don't know if it did or not. I was pushing pretty hard towards the beginning of the run just to try to get around Kevin and not let him get too far out in front of me where I couldn't get back to him. But I think by the time the dust settled and we got back to racing like normal in line, I just didn't have anything to go after him and go get him. He manages tires really well. He always has, and he always will. So I was just happy to be in contention for it and be racing with him. So
Absolutely, very valiant effort as well. As we saw you lead a lot of laps here this evening, had a very fast truck and looked very, very good. And for a little while there, looked like you were going to be that truck to beat here all evening long. It's a great performance in our championship race this evening at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Cody, who would you like to thank for not only such a great run and strong performance here this evening, but a great performance all season long?
and I got a lot of people tonight. I know I had a lot of family and friends out there watching. But shout out to my mom, my fiance, for letting me always come out here and do this. She's amazing, and I think she was watching and supporting me tonight. So happy to bring home a little cash, take her on a nice date. So that'll be nice. Shout out to grandparents out there watching. Love you guys, Kylie and Nico. I hope I put on a show for you in your first sim race that you guys watched. And shout out to my teammates for just being awesome and making everything fun. And of course, as always, shout out to Bruce Muehlberger and Muehlberger Custom Homes for doing everything he does for this league and for the guys that he supports. We really appreciate him a lot, always hanging out with us and listening to the races and just enjoying himself and having a good time doing it. So big shout out to him.
Absolutely. Huge shout out there to Bruce Muehlberger, one of the main sponsors here on the series. And huge shout out to yourself as well, Cody, man. What a run. What a season. Every single one of these races, man. You were right up there. You were putting on a great show for us, battling with all these drivers and just coming up one spot shy. He's got a sting, but we can't wait to see it back out there on the racetrack. We can't wait to see it bounce back and try to go after a championship here in the next season.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for broadcasting us this season and everything that you've done for us. We really appreciate you.
Absolutely, brother. It's always been my pleasure. It's always been a pleasure of mine to watch you guys duke it out every single Tuesday night. Cody, can't wait to see you out there next season, and hopefully we'll see you back up here in the broadcast booth more and more and more, and maybe up here in one spot better in championship lane next season.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up here for our second place finisher this evening. Cody State not only coming home second spot on the racetrack, but second spot in the point standings as well, coming up one spot shy of that championship and checkered flag here this evening. A stinger there for that 15 run as we'll get ready to pull in our third place finisher, not only in the race but in the championship contention as well, as Nick Gardner going to come home here in position number 3. We're going to pull him up into the broadcast booth. Hey Nick, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth. Did you get a copy?
Yeah, I got you, bud.
Nick, man, another great run, another great performance here for you. Unfortunately, come home a couple spots shy of where you really want to be, and that's up in victory lane. And picking up the championship here this evening, man, take us back through the race. And, what's going through your mind right now, knowing that you were right there. You were so close to being able to get that championship here in the HCK Beagles Truck Series.
Yeah, man. It was a hell of a race, honestly. Started off pretty good. I feel like I just used up a little bit the first part of the race there, and then once I pitted after that first pit stop, then I saved too much, and then and then after that pitted again, and then I finally figured it out on the mediocre right in between of where I needed to be and how much I needed to run, and I started just ripping the high line right off the gate, and man, it was working, and I was catching those guys down, but unfortunately I ran out of time because obviously by the time I got to them, I wore the right front out a little bit, and then everyone's tires were kind of worn out a little bit, and by that time everyone kind of just fell in line on the top, and it was by that point on old tires, you're just so tight that you can't even make a move to pass anyone, so you're pretty much just follow the leader. So but it's a bummer, but all in all, it was fun racing with these guys. These guys have been fun to race with all season long, man. It's been a blast.
Absolutely. A lot of great racing action week after week after week, and we've seen some great finishes and great performances out of yourself, man. Some big wins here on the season, so nothing to hang your head about, and being able to come home third in the championship points. I know it's a couple spots shy of where you wanted to be, but you got to be pretty happy with your performance here all season long.
Yeah, man. Overall, it was a pretty good season. Started a little rocky with the newer guys. Struggling on learning how to race and give and take and all that stuff. So the first quarter to actually almost half of the season was pretty rocky. And once those guys kind of went away, and then the racing got better, and had some badass finishes. Some badass wins. I think I got 3, and got one at Coda and Martinsville and in Texas. So those are actually fun tracks, and it was good to get those ones. And I can't hang my hat. It was still a good season, and like I said, fun to race with these guys week in and week out.
Absolutely, Nick. A lot of fun, a lot of great racing action. We can't wait to see you here back in the next season as well. Hopefully we'll see you right back in the championship contention for the next one. But, man, a great season and a great race here this evening. Who would you like to thank for not only the great performance tonight, but the great performances all season long?
Yeah, man, just got to thank my wife for, of course, let me get on here and race with the guys every week. And also thank you doing the broadcast. Do a great job. And Gregory for putting on the league all season long, for putting up all the mayhem each week. It's gets a little rowdy at times, so I think he does a pretty good job with handling everything. And I'll thank the old boys at the shop watching, because they tuned into the old race. So appreciate all those guys tuning in and watching tonight. So it was a hell of a show. So hopefully we'll get them next season.
Absolutely, brother. We look forward to seeing you back out there on the racetrack. We look forward to seeing you back up here in the broadcast booth more and more and more in the next season. More checkered flags, more good finishes for you, and maybe another opportunity here pick up a championship here next season. But man, a great season. And I can't thank you enough for being here week after week and continue to put on all these great shows for us and battling with everybody, race after race after race and never giving up.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, man. Looking forward to next season and trying to do it all over again, man.
JD, Nick, enjoy the rest of your evening and congratulations again on a great season.
Thank you, buddy.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our third place finisher. Not only in the race, but in the championship here, Nick Gardner with a great run and a solid performance here all evening long. Unfortunately, coming up a couple spots shy of victory here this evening, as only one driver can pick up the win. Only one driver here this evening could pick up the championship. And that's the number 29 rider, Michael Madden, who's able to do both of those things, able to pick up the win and pick up the championship. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it here for us this evening. Thank you all for tuning in. I can't thank you guys enough for coming in, showing the love here all season long. Man, a great run, a great show, and another amazing broadcast. And we'll be back here with the next season of the HCK Beagles in just a few short weeks. I can't wait to see them back in action, and I can't wait to see you guys all back up here in the broadcast booth. We'll be live again tomorrow, though, for some more racing action as we head to Kansas Speedway. Is that where NASCAR was this last week? Kansas Speedway for the Slingshot Sim Racing Series, where you're going to be able to see our champion, Michael Madden, duke it out in the NASCAR Cup cars tomorrow evening, and some of the other competitors here in this race will also be in the next race. So make sure you guys tune in again tomorrow night for some more amazing racing action. But thank y'all for tuning in, and I'll see y'all later. Peace out for now, baby. Peace out for now, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! What a race, what a show, what a season. Welcome to Pickleville 502, where passion for racket sports and the spirit of friendship converge in the heart of Louisville, Kentucky, most known as Derby City. Determined to make pickleball accessible to everyone, we embarked on a mission to create high-quality USAPA-approved paddles at an affordable price. Thus, Pickleville 502 was born in the heart of the Commonwealth state, offering players an opportunity to enjoy the thrill of pickleball without breaking the bank. At Pickleville 502, we believe that everyone is a pickleball player, regardless of their budget. Our commitment is to provide top-notch paddles that combine quality craftsmanship and performance at a reasonable price. We've meticulously tested our paddles to ensure they meet the highest standards, delivering a satisfying playing experience for players of all levels. Showcase our confidence in the products, we're offering a 30-day trial period. If at any point during this time you're not fully satisfied with your paddle, you can return it to us for a full refund. Additionally, we stand behind the durability and craftsmanship of our paddles, offering a generous 1-year warranty to provide our customers with a peace of mind. Pickleville 502 isn't just a business, it's a community dedicated to making pickleball an accessible and enjoyable experience for everyone. Whether you're a seasoned player or just starting your pickleball journey, Pickleville 502 invites you to join us in the game. Experience the thrill, embrace the camaraderie, and play with confidence knowing that your pickleball adventure is supported by paddles crafted with care in the heart of the Commonwealth. Welcome to Pickleville 502, where affordability meets excellence on the pickleball court. Make sure you check out Pickleville502.com today to get all of your pickleball needs here in a one-stop shop with high-end quality, high performance, and high affordability for everyone to enjoy the beautiful game of pickleball.